Hey, Frankie with Bible Church. Hope you all are doing well. If we haven't met before, my name is Spencer Smith, and I have the honor and the privilege of serving at FBC as the student pastor. And over the past couple weeks, Pastor Joe has been taking us through the songs of ascent in Psalms each and every single morning. And this morning, what we're going to do is we're going to dive into Psalm 130, but I just want to stop and ask a question. And the question is this: why did God write such a big book? Now, if the message of salvation is simply that we have brought sin into this world, and through Jesus' death on the cross for us, that if we place our hope and our faith in Him, then if that's the whole story just summed up in a few sentences, then why did God come and write all these words for you and me? There's over 700,000 words in the Bible, and over a period of 2,000 years with 40-plus authors, God wrote this book. And so he has a reason and a purpose for it, but why did He do it in so many different words? And I think it's this, is that He's an infinitely beautiful God trying to show us so many different ways of His beauty through His word. And we're going to see that in Psalms 130 with this song of ascent. I'm going to go ahead and read it, and I encourage you to go back and reread it again in your quiet time today. But Psalms 130 says this: "Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. O Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my pleas for mercy. If you, O Lord, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? But with you there is forgiveness, that you may be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in His word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord, more than watchmen for the morning, more than watchmen for the morning." So in this psalm, the psalmist is crying out, and it's this song of saying, I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in His word I hope. Now, the 3 times it says here, my soul waits, I wait for the Lord, and in His word I hope. That word hope has this connotation of waiting for time, for something to happen. And a lot of times I hear people say, I hope you have a good day. Even at the beginning of this video, I said, I hope you're doing well. And sometimes we use it in the sense of, man, I hope that they're going to win the game. I hope everything works out for them. But this kind of hope, this kind of worldly hope is a crossing our fingers and saying, well, it might happen, it might not happen. But hope for us as Christians is confidence in knowing that God is going to do exactly what He said He's going to do. And where do we find our hope? It says this: in His word I hope. We look to God in His word, and we have this confidence in knowing that someday everything is going to come to pass, just as it says in verse 4, but with you there is forgiveness. Now, when we have a big picture of this world, knowing that someday you and I are going to spend eternity in heaven with Him, that's something that we can be confident of. And right now, some of us are just saying, man, I can't wait till this is all over. I hope it's going to end May 14th when everything is lifted. But our hope isn't in that. Our hope isn't in that everything will get back to normal and everything will get back to routines and school and normal life. Our hope is rooted in Jesus Christ. And so again, why has God written so many words in His word? Is in moments like this, in the moments of pandemic, we can read His word and say, you know what, our hope isn't anything like the world. It's in confidence of knowing that the things that God has promised us will come to pass. So ask yourself, what are you putting your hope in? Is it in dates? Is it getting back to your favorite restaurant? Is it getting the kids back to school? Or is our hope in knowing that God is doing something and we're leaning into that? We're as watchmen waiting for the morning, that the dawn is going to come as Christians, and someday everything's going to be back to the way it should be, that we can return to heaven, that you and I can be with the one that has created us, that our confidence is in, and that ultimately our hope is in.